Right, so I'm going to do this on wide angle so the apartment is a little bit bigger than it looks. Hello, YouTubes or subscribers and friends and like. It's Grant coming at you from Shannon, Nebraska. It's July 12th. Would be my dad's birthday if he hadn't passed away 14 years ago. So it's kind of a special day, but this is the apartment review that I promised you a week ago. Basically, ended up with a fully furnished apartment. All I'm missing is a recliner right there. That we're still looking for a recliner. Most of this came from my mom's apartment or my mom's storage. We bought some of it, but the majority of it came from her storage. But basically, my apartment becomes fully furnished, and that's just showing you the end result pretty much. I still got to screw on the other leg because that comes from her storage, but it wouldn't come out of her apartment without having two of the legs off or something. So we got to screw the leg on and flip it over. But it'll be a wood countertop table, like the rest of the countertop there. I'll match in the corner where that's at, so I still got to do that. And I got to wash all those and wash those dishes. And that one little sink and some of this in that sink. Got to wash all that sometime, probably today. But this is my new apartment. Been here 3 days now, and I just feel such way more relief than being on the road. Because it's just stationary in one spot kind of deal. But I have two air conditioners, so one there, and then the overhead ceiling fan. I have that fan going at times. Then I had to go get another air conditioner. Those are provided from the apartment. They had 5 or 6 from downstairs or whatever to put in the windows in the summertime. Because at first I started with that air conditioner and it wasn't enough. It kept the kitchen cool, but not the living room. It was my room basically. So then I had to go get that other air conditioner. Another ceiling fan up there, so we have lots of fans. I got from a secondhand store the other day a humidifier to put some moisture back in the air because all these fans suck the moisture out of the air. It's a small space, but I did end up with my own desk there when we're going to find probably some gray covers or black covers over top of that, so you don't have to look at that. It's just like tablecloth covers. But yeah, that's it. And then, like I say, it's day 3 of living in an actual apartment, not having to find a different place to sleep every single night, not wondering where you're going to be every day. I mean, it was fun for 10 years, but it's a very stressful life living on the road. We put plastic over that to try to protect that window, even though eventually they're going to tear all the windows out and put new windows in, supposedly. But for now, it's protected. But the window does work, so if I didn't have plastic on there, I could take a bath and have the window open, or if I wanted to, I could stand there and flash everybody out the window if you wanted to. It's the weirdest thing, but that bathroom is an afterthought. This whole house is 4 apartments. That was an old house that turned into 4 different apartments. So that bathroom and this kitchen are all add-ons after the fact into what normally would be like probably a bedroom upstairs. Guessing it didn't have all this beforehand, because obviously you can see from the counter there that the window kind of runs behind the counter, because that's all of this wasn't there beforehand. This was an afterthought, and that's why there's a window in the bathroom, a very big regular residential window instead of like a bathroom window in the bathroom. But it's a neat little place, and my brother's apartment kind of looks like this on the other side. It's pretty much the same thing. And then my mom's is a little bit bigger. She has a porch on the side of hers with this space. They all come with what would have been a Murphy bed that folds down out here, but this was taken out a long time ago. My mom had the maintenance guy take her ugly Murphy bed thing because it's like springy and not comfortable or something out too, because he spring it down at night and put it back up, and that was their attempt a long time ago. The first owners that made this no apartments, that was their attempt to increase the space of the apartment by having a bed that folds away, so you can use your space during the day like a living room. But I have enough space here to even have an office desk, and eventually they'll have a recliner there. That's a smart TV that my brother gave my mom. She used for a while, for maybe a year, and then didn't like it. Just was used to looking at movies and whatever on her phone, and so she quit using it, so she put it up. I don't know how often I'm going to use it. I'll probably use it more if when I get a recliner there to be able to look at it there. But my brother works nights, so he sleeps during the day. So it's going to be basically just on his days off that I could use that anyways, because I don't want to keep him up. And then I'm going to be looking for an evening job and then sleeping overnight. But then I don't want to be bothered in the morning, so our schedules are going to be all weird because my mom's always up in the mornings because she has cats. And they wake her up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And she's kind of an older person, so she's more of a morning person anyway. So she's a morning person. I'm more of an evening person. And my brother is kind of, I would say, forced to be an overnight person because of his job. But that is the apartment. Pretty much fully stocked. The only thing I'm missing now is a recliner. A nice big manly recliner to go right there. Fall asleep in at times. Probably buy a couple more cords and make that work. This work for now, but that's its own independent heater there. This house has old, you can kind of see underneath that there, but there's venting from the house. Venting from the house came plumbed with its own vent, with its own heat, and maybe even cool system downstairs as part of the house back in the day before they split it to apartments. And then thereafter thought of putting in a heater up out of the way, basically to not burn stuff, is to put it up there, which the heat rises, so that heater is kind of half-ass useless, really, in my opinion. But because you have to have it on for a long period of time for heat to actually heat the whole room up, being that it's up top there. But it does help. You know, they put the main house heater on in the wintertime, and then if you want it hotter, you can increase your room here a little bit to get it warmer. My mom's, I think, has hers in the kitchen. Weirdly enough, not in her regular space, because I think they couldn't fit it across there or something. But ours up here in the actual living room / bedroom. But for now, I'm running my cords up and over there, so I don't have to strip on them over the cart. But eventually, I'm gonna have to run something for some setup for the cord. Probably a power cord running this way back to the TV, so it's out of the way of that archway, because there's no outlet on that side. There's an outlet there and an outlet here by the bed, and that is it for me. My mom has outlets all the way around on hers, because they actually thought that through, but upstairs only has those two. And that might be because of all this being redone. This is a stairwell that goes down, and it's our entrance to the apartment that I showed you on that side. And that might have all been added or rearranged after the fact. They might have flipped this stairwell around back in the day when this was just a house. They might have had the stairwell going the other way into the house, but since they switched it, this has likely all been redone. And since they did that, they took all the powers out of this wall. That's why there's probably no power running through there as an after effect. But I do have what was the printer, the old time landline phone, and then that was probably likely the landline phone holder, you know, the way you dial up phone. You can call somebody on the phone and they answer up here. And because of that, it does have an outlet there, which I have the outlet used for the air conditioner, for my earplugs, or not earplugs, my earbuds. I'm all charging right now because after I get off this video, I'm gonna go back to using the earbuds, because most of the time I used to have to use my earbuds to try to stay quiet so that my neighbor, my brother, can sleep in the day when he's off. And then I forget that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, I can't remember what days he's got off for sure. They're coming up, but he works tonight, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, that's my whole apartment. I thought I promised you on the thing, and it's, as you can see, it's pretty much fully furnished. Just missing the recliner, and I am feeling way better on day 3. I sleep like a baby. I've been sleeping all the way through. Well, not all the way through. I wake up once to go take a leak in the middle of the night. But for me, 3.5 hours and then get up, and 3.5 hours and get up again is pretty good compared to sleeping on the truck seats and whatnot and having all the distractions. And when I put that box fan on and both these air conditioners on, which I don't have right now for the video, it's just a loud white noise. And I can't hear anything. Can't hear the traffic outside. I can't hear my brother doing anything. It just, the whole place just sounds like you're in a swamp cooler or something with the engine going, or next to an airplane or something. But I sleep like a baby with that white noise. But anyway, that's my whole video. Like and subscribe, leave comments. I'll catch you in a flip. Peace.